Everybody, thanks for being with us here on NBC17.com. We're talking this morning with Meredith Vieira as she gets ready for the Today Show's Green is Universal campaign. It kicks off this Monday. Meredith, thanks so much for talking with us.
Oh, thank you. Pleasure to be here.
So, Meredith, we know Ann is heading to the South Pole. Al will head to the equator.
She's there.
Matt's going to the North Pole. And, Meredith, you'll be holding down the fort in New York. How did you guys decide who would go where?
It was not any particular person going any particular place. Just a lot of brainstorming, and that's the way it turned out. But everybody's excited about their own assignments. It's going to be tricky, though. No one's ever attempted this, to do a live shot from the Arctic, the equator, and Antarctica and New York all at the same time. So fingers crossed. But we have a great technical crew, and we feel pretty confident about it. Like I said, Ann is already down there, and she's been out with the producers working on pieces. Matt's going to take off on Saturday, I believe, either Friday night or Saturday, to get in place, and Al as well to the equator. And I'll be in New York doing some of the interviews with the experts. We have Al Gore on. It's his first interview since accepting the Nobel Peace Prize, so we're very excited about that. Obviously, this is a passion of his that goes way back. We're also going to I'll be connecting the dots and giving people here in the States useful information about what you can do to reduce your carbon footprint by as much as 5%. And believe it or not, that makes a big difference. People feel so hopeless sometimes when you talk about climate change. It's such a big issue, and we're hoping to break it down with different regions of the world and different regions of our own country.
And what have you guys, we were reading some about what NBC has done, off camera to go green as well, and you guys personally as well. Can you tell us a little bit about all those initiatives?
You know what? I don't know. I'm being totally honest with you. I have no idea what NBC as a network has done at this point. I know that in our family.
Sorry, go ahead. We'd love to hear about your family.
No, I know in our family it's a big issue, and it's really the kids, I think, that are leading the cause here, because they're learning about it at a younger age. And I don't want to get political at all. Because that's not the point of this. Some people say, they say, oh, global warming isn't happening. That's why we're using the term climate change, because that's really what we're dealing with, and that's a reality. There's enough scientific evidence of that. But it's the kids. They're going to inherit this world. So at a younger age, they're learning the importance of recycling. They're learning the importance of things as simple as turning off the lights and what you can do, again, to reduce that carbon footprint. That kind of terminology is something that is in their vocabulary already. So in our house, if I walk out of a room, for example, the lights are on, my kids lecture me. Or the recycling, Mom, you don't put it in that bag, you put it in that bag. So it's those kinds of things that might seem small, but they really make a difference if everybody participates.
And in terms of this Green is Universal initiative in particular, there must have been a lot of prep going in for all of you, both mentally and physically. What are some of the things that you've done to get ready for this?
Well, I don't have to do very much to get ready for it. Obviously, research, because we're going to be doing interviews. But for Matt and Ann in particular, because it is so cold where she's going, I think she actually had to have a very special stress test, and her physical being was examined, so to speak, by the government officials to make sure she could handle it, because there's a lot of pressure on her physically when she goes down there. And for Matt, it's all about the gear and staying warm. A very cold climate, and Al is going someplace very hot. So, you do whatever you can to prepare, and you're with people who have been there, done that, who are helpful.
Well, Meredith, thank you so much for talking with us, and kudos to you guys for taking on such a special project like this.
Well, hopefully, if on Monday you just see me sitting in New York or I start to put on tap shoes, you'll know we had a problem.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thank you. Take care.
So much for being with us here. You can stay right here on NBC17.com and click on our Go Green page on our homepage for all the updates on these interviews and the rest of the NBC initiatives having to do with the Green is Universal campaign. Thanks so much.